Your personal information is being sold online right now, not by hackers, but by data brokers, companies you've never heard of that collect your personal information and sell it. There are hundreds of these sites gathering your phone number, home address, your relatives' information, even your browsing activity, and once your data is out there, it spreads fast. That's why scam calls know your name. It's how strangers can look you up in seconds. And trying to remove your data yourself can take hours per site, with no guarantee it stays gone. Aura does it for you. They automatically find your information and send removal requests to over 200 data broker sites, then keep monitoring to make sure it stays gone, because your data can be relisted at any time. With Aura, you can even see where and when your data was found and removed. The longer your data stays out there, the more it spreads. Try Aura for free at aura.com/hidden. That's aura.com/hidden to try Aura for free.
Welcome to the Instagram Stories. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. You might know me from such other things as this. This is all I have time to do, unfortunately. I really wish I could clone myself, and one side of me could just make Reels and TikToks all day, and the other one of me could monitor the news that Instagram puts out and create this show and do interviews in my other podcast. That would be really good if I... Anyway, on Mondays we do Mosseri Monday, which is where we consider what head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, shared on his Ask Me Anything on Friday. To be honest with you, the questions this week, not that exciting. I don't know what's going on. I mean, obviously my questions do not get answered frequently enough. That's only happened one time. My questions usually center around why the limits for things like branded content partnerships and other things require having 10,000 followers. I really haven't been able to understand the logic behind that for some time. Anyway, let's get into the questions. The first question: is there a way to give feedback on a product if you are part of a test group? Sometimes that happens. They test a new feature. You happen to be one of the people that has that feature. Here's his answer.
The primary thing we're going to look at for the people in the test group is, do they use it? But we'll even survey some people and ask them how they feel about the experience. So if you see a survey, answer it. If you see the product and you're interested, use it. But generally just treat it like you would treat it if you didn't know it was a test. That'll help us.
I think that's a good answer, actually. Next question. How quickly do things get to market after a test?
There's no one answer. It could be a week or two, it could be months, it could be a year. We could not ship it at all. It all depends on how complicated the feature is, what we're learning, how the world changes around us. So unfortunately, I don't have a great specific answer for this one.
As someone who works as a product manager, that is a very good answer, to be honest, because sometimes features take longer to implement than you thought, or other complications come up that you would never have anticipated. So I think that's a very realistic answer. Next question. Do you test in different markets or just the US? You already know the answer to this question, but here's the answer.
Absolutely. About 20% of people who follow me, so of you, are from the US, but even less than that are from the US if you look at the worldwide community that uses Instagram. So it's critical that we see how what we build works in countries all around the world.
The next question has to do with Twitter Blue. If you're not familiar, this is a new subscription service that Twitter is offering. It's $2.99 per month, and it gives you access to premium features. From what I can tell, the most important feature is the ability to undo tweets. Basically, how it works is when you post a tweet, you have 60 seconds to preview it and make any changes to the tweet before it's public. Okay, the question is, what does Adam Mosseri think of Twitter Blue? Here's his answer.
I think it's interesting. I think that it's important for all of us to experiment with different business models and ways to give people more control. I signed up. I'm trying it out. But I'm excited to see Twitter in general just taking a lot of big swings these days.
I think that's an interesting statement. Just by way of comparison, and it's kind of hard to keep tabs on these numbers, but Instagram has over 1 billion monthly active users, while Twitter has 330 million monthly active users, so about a third of what Instagram has. Still, it's good to know what your competitors are doing in this space. And the last question has to do with the take a break feature and whether or not he uses it. If you're not familiar, I talked about the take a break feature last week on the show. Adam Mosseri explains it, so here's the clip.
So Take a Break, for those of you who haven't seen it, is a feature we're testing that encourages people to remind themselves to take a break from Instagram every once in a while. I have been using the time management tools for a while. Excited to see how people like them. If you see them, check them out and let us know.
I am excited to start using that feature once I get it. I don't have it currently, but this feature is badly needed when you take it into context with all the research that the Facebook Files reporting from the Wall Street Journal has revealed. If you'd like to know more about that, check out a new carousel post I made on my Instagram feed. You can find that post at Daniel Hill Media. I'd love to get your thoughts and comments on it. That's it for today's show. Come back tomorrow for more Instagram news, strategy, tips, and more.
I'm not yet a member of the Instagram team, but my podcast covers many Instagram themes. But the name, image, logos are trademarks of Instagram and the LCC in the USA and every territory. Everything I publish independently until Zuck returns my DMs and starts to pay my salary. Not sponsored or endorsed, no lies, no fallacies. I use their logo with permission, not malicious or callously. No trademark violation, filling all criteria. Follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Daniel Hill Media.